Breaking right now on Fox 4 News at 6. The search for a woman accused of killing a woman on Fort Myers Beach just to steal her identity to avoid being caught for another murder, the murder of her own husband. There are a lot of moving parts to this story, so 4 in Your Corner is going to lay it out for you piece by piece. The woman on the left of the screen is the murder victim, Pamela Hudson. The woman on the right is the accused killer, Lois Ann Reese, and she is on the run tonight. Investigators believe Reese chose to kill Hutchinson because she thought they looked alike and should be able to assume her identity. Detectives believe it all started last month when Reese killed her own husband in Minnesota. Investigators believe she then drove from Minnesota to Fort Myers Beach and killed Pamela Hutchinson to pretend to be her. Investigators say the killer stole Pamela's car and then drove along the Gulf Coast states. The car was last seen in Corpus Christi, Texas, where the search for her continues tonight. 4 in Your Corner's Jillian Idle live on Fort Myers Beach with more on what she's learned about this bizarre case. Jillian?
Well, Patrick, Lois Reese wasn't here in Southwest Florida very long, but during her short stay, she befriended a woman who was staying at these condos here on Fort Myers Beach only because she thought she looked like her. She then killed her just so she could assume her identity. This Fort Myers Beach condo is known for its waterfront views.
I feel safe in this area. I've never felt like to be afraid.
But this slice of paradise is now the center of a crime scene and a major break for authorities trying to find a woman on the run.
Reese is considered armed and dangerous.
56-year-old Lois Ann Reese has been wanted since late March. Her husband was found dead in their Minnesota home. She spent more than 2 weeks under the radar, that is, until she was spotted in Southwest Florida.
It should not be approached if located.
Surveillance video ties her to Snug Harbor condos, where 59-year-old Pamela Hudson was found dead Monday morning in her vacation rental. Pamela was in town to visit a relative on Sanibel Island. She planned to stay a few days and picked Fort Myers Beach to save money. Family also say she had an outgoing personality and loved to have fun.
Reese's mode of operation is to befriend women who resemble her.
Authorities say that outgoing personality is how Pamela and Reese became friends. But Reese wasn't after friendship. Instead, she was after her identity and her car, which surveillance video shows leaving the condo's parking lot. Now, a national search is underway for Reese. She's still believed to be driving Pamela's white Acura and was last seen in the Corpus Christi, Texas area. Now, a national tip line has been set up, so anyone with information is urged to contact that. That number right now is 1-877-966-6222. Live on Fort Myers Beach, Jillian Idle, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
Thank you, Jillian. We've got that number on our website, too. 4 in Your Corner, finding out more about the murder victim. You're looking at her lovely face here. You can tell Pamela Hudson was often the life of the party, according to her family members. They say she never met a stranger, mugging for the camera with the monkeys there. They say Pamela loved Florida, and just a few years ago, she moved to Bradenton, south of Tampa from another part of the county. She'd been to Fort Myers Beach before, and they say she really was looking forward to this most recent vacation to Fort Myers Beach. A relative telling 4 in Your Corner that Pamela was only supposed to stay on Fort Myers Beach for a few days. She was then supposed to meet relatives in Bradenton a few days later and never showed up, and that's what tipped people off something was wrong. Well, relatives are expressing concern tonight after taking a second look at some of her social media posts now that they know she was murdered. They're wondering if someone else, perhaps the killer, may have been posting pretending to be her on her Facebook page after she was killed. A post on her Facebook page indicated she was going to extend her vacation on Fort Myers Beach. However, family members are telling us that does not seem like something she would have done, considering she was supposed to meet those family members in Bradenton just a few days later. We'll have more on this story coming up later in this newscast.